Muster together, my seafaring friends, as we set sail with an Aussie and a Yank.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Nancy. How you doing, love?
Hey, Jen, how are you?
Not bad, sweetheart. You and I just went to a summit this week.
Yeah.
Put on by Carnival Corporation. One of the biggest things that I sort of learned from there was it's really important to wear a mask.
Well, we knew that.
We did, but it's obviously not getting out there in the world, is it? It's one of the things that is really important to sort of have with you all the time and to be wearing all the time when you're outdoors or out in public. Apparently, for every one person, you'll be able to spread the coronavirus to 2 to 3 other people. I was really shocked at the number, very shocked.
I was not. Those numbers did not surprise me. There was one thing that was said, though, that really resonated with me. So when we speak, when we cough, when we sing, any of the above, certain particulates come out of our mouths. There's no choice. It happens. It's not something that we can control. It is what it is. Now, there's the bigger droplets, which pretty much fall straight down. But then there's also an aerosol. Now, the way that it was explained that finally resonated with me to better explain to other people is those particulates, that aerosol, think of it like the smell of cooking in your house. You can't see it. You could smell it everywhere, but you cannot see it. And unless you do something radical, like open your windows and doors, that smell stays trapped. The same thing with the aerosol that's coming out of our bodies when we speak or sing or anything. So therefore, it only makes sense. If you think of it that way, think of it as the scent of cooking. Now, if you can smell it and you can't see it, it's the same thing with the virus.
Yeah.
You can't see it, it just is.
Mm-hmm.
So think of it that way.
Masks are just one of those more important things that we have to continue to do in our daily lives, everybody. I think that was one of the big takeouts from, not that I didn't know, I mean, come on, let's just get real here. It's just the way that the future's going to be. More, if you resist it, okay, then you're going to be seeing like what's happening in Florida and in California and Texas and Arizona, the numbers are going up. And same within Australia, okay? You resist that and you're only going to spread the disease further.
So Jen, Clea sought to begin high-level talks with the CDC to restart cruising. What's your take?
Well, I kind of had this suspicion many, many months ago. I kind of voiced it a few times on our show that I didn't think Clea or the CDC had been sort of negotiating with each other or even getting to the point of sitting down and having some decent discussions about what needs to happen here in our cruise industry in the US, particularly our US-based ship. You're looking at Europe right now who have started back up cruising. And one of the bigger lines, particularly the TUI line, an off-branch from Royal Caribbean, Mein Schiff 2, she actually went out last Friday. It was a 4-day cruise to nowhere, basically.
She being who?
She being Mein Schiff 2. That was the name of the ship. It's a German-operated ship.
Okay.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
Sorry, I thought you were saying that there was a person from the US that went there to check, because you just referred to her, and I thought, oh, so a big rep from Royal Caribbean went overseas to, never mind.
It's okay. There was actually a cruiser by the name of World Traveller. I won't give out their personal details, but World Traveller wrote, I had the pleasure of participating in a historic event, the 24th of July cruise aboard the Mein Schiff 2. was the first large ship cruise after coronavirus. And obviously she left from Hamburg. She went nowhere. She went up to Iceland, turned around and came back down again. It says that they did a really good job, okay, particularly with the new safety measures. The ship was about half full, and the food, obviously, it's German marketed. It's obviously not marketed to the Americans, okay? So if you do go on this ship, be very mindful. It's like what I always say to my clients is, you know, you're going to have a different type of experience. It's just like with going on MSC. You'll have a different type of experience, even though they have a lot of cruises and have started cruising out of the US market. Okay, I love being on, their ships are awesome. I love their ships. Anyway, let's get back to this guy. All woman, girl, okay? Passengers and crew were wearing masks and paying attention to keep appropriate distance at all times. Hand sanitizers and temperature scanners were everywhere throughout the ship. Finishes up with saying, I felt safer on board than in public places on land. So if a big company like them are able to go and do a 4-day cruise to start out with the bigger ships, you know, I think this is only going to hopefully get clear and CDC talking much sooner and getting everything organized. I also have to point out that Royal Caribbean and Norwegian Cruise Line, and that is they hired a whole lot of personnel to sort of review all different procedures, hygiene, blah, 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 blah. And we've told you this before, but this is a new step that they've only initiated probably in the last couple of weeks. They have come up with procedures as well. And I'm assuming some of the procedures that they have actually come up with have been implemented with my ship. Kudos to them. Good job, people. Love it. The other thing that I wanted to say about this whole CDC clear venture, I'm hoping that they will now sort of get back on board.
So what that gentleman had said about his cruise, his 4-day cruise to nowhere, was that he felt safer on the ship than he did in a public area.
Exactly.
I've always felt that being on a ship would be cleaner than being anywhere else, frankly, because you know what? Even before COVID, you couldn't, I'm sorry for this analogy, you couldn't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody that was cleaning something. When you see the constant cleaning, you smell the fresh paint because they're touching things up all the time. You know that this is an area that is well cared for. And, you know, their priority all along was keeping its passengers and its crew safe.
I'm with you, Nancy. I feel that cruising is just far more safer, far more cleaner than anywhere else that you could possibly go. I want to get on a cruise ship before the end of this year.
Well, it's nice to dream.
Well, you know, that's the other thing that I really want to point out to you guys. If you haven't already booked for 2021, towards the end of next year or early 2022, there are many sailings out there that you can actually get onto now, and you're probably going to get some of the really good deals. I'm just going to throw this one out at you, okay? Norwegian Cruise Line. Not only are you going to get $200 onboard credit if you book with Norwegian, okay, through Cruise Travel Guru, you'll also get 4 of their benefits, okay, which includes unlimited beverage, okay? You get a Wi-Fi package. You get $50 towards shore excursions. And you also get the 4, depending on your cruise length, but you also, say if you're going for a 7-night cruise, you'll get 4 specialty dining vouchers to go and experience some specialty dining at sea, okay? It doesn't get any better than that.
And that's for any category. It doesn't matter what category stateroom.
Correct. That's for any category at the moment. How can you beat that?
Can't.
All right. So
Cars.
exciting.
Yeah, well, our leases were due. They ended, and we had to do something about it. And even though it was uncomfortable for me, we still had to go to the car dealership to hand over the cars. And since it was in my name, I had to be there.
Right. So
Not the cars are great. My husband got a new Soul, and my daughter got a Sorrento, I believe. The cars are great. They're beautiful, and they're new, and they're squeaky clean, and they smell real good. But I had a real issue with the dealership. So.
you had a real issue with the dealerships. Wow, honey.
I did. It was very uncomfortable for me. Clearly, my family and I were all wearing masks, and we were doing what we're supposed to do, wearing them properly. And we walk into the dealership, and of course, before you even get into the door, there's big signs, saying how if you're not feeling well, please respect our people and come back another day when you're feeling better, and you do need to be masked, and all this other kind of fun stuff. And then I walk in, and who's got the mask hanging off an ear or below the nose or not on at all? And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I have to put the mask on for you. It's only fair that since it may be a huge room, but to me, it didn't feel safe. And that bothered me a lot. But there comes a time when it stops being about the personal and starts being about the whole.
Absolutely.
So let's think the whole.
Absolutely, my love. All right. It's awesome to talk to you, Nancy, as always, honey.
As always, Jen. You stay safe in that weather out there. Thank you all and have a great week.
Bye.
That's wonderful.
All right, guys. So I think we've had enough of us, have we not?
I think so. I can't find the clock on my daughter's computer, so I have to guess. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, we've been on for a while.
Yeah, we really have. Oh, it's going to be very interesting.
Well, we're looking forward to it.
Travel advisor for this episode is #Cruise Travel Guru. Executive producer and editing of this audio is the Aussie. Co-producer is the Yank. All opinions expressed in this audio are of AussieAndaYank and remain their opinions. Follow, like, subscribe and share. AussieAndaYank on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube.